Vila back in the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Where is it? Over here? Who knows? To be notified when new videos drop. Do not forget, this channel is starting doing a series of Doctor Who DVD giveaways. First one's going to be Trial of the Time Lord. I just got the upgrading to Blu-ray, and so my DVDs. I was going to put them in a cupboard and let them go gather dust. But I think I'll give them away to one of you guys. So watch the show notes to know how to enter for it. I think you have to be a subscriber, like and share this video, and comment with either on Facebook or Twitter or on YouTube with the hashtag #6iontrial, SIXIEONTRIAL, 6iontrial. And when my Blu-ray arrives, it's about a month late. Well, in fact, they was lost, and they're sending me a replacement. When it arrives, which is hopefully in 9 days from now, I will select the lucky winner, and then we'll move on to the next box set. We'll do like one a week. I got the E-Space trilogy, basically anything that's come out on Blu-ray. So the E-Space trilogy. What's the other one? John Pertwee stories. Dalek War, which is the Planet of Daleks and Frontier in Space. Fantastic stories. Great extras on them. And then I got a bunch of David Tennant stuff, because I just got this box set of all of David Tennant's. So I'm getting rid of my DVDs there. So again, what to look forward to. Like, share, subscribe, and look, I'm happy to send it to you. It's here, ready to go. This is a review of Big Finish's latest release, or latest monthly release. It is for the last 2 months they've done like 2 stories on per release. So last month was Interstitial and the Feast of Fear. That was kind of below average. Didn't really engage me. I don't really remember anything about it. This month is Warzone and Conversion. Far better. I'll say far better. If I was going to give this a rating out of 10, let's say I'll give this a 7.5, 7 to 7.5 out of 10. It's okay. It suffers from something that many Big Finish releases do, in that it's a bit of a tease and doesn't deliver the tease. On the cover you have the 80s Cybermen, and played by David Banks, and who was it? I can't remember the name of the other guy. Mike Hardy. Mike Hardy? Is it Mike Hardy? Back is playing the Cybermen. But it's a bit of a tease, because they don't appear in the first story, Warzone, but they are very strongly in the second story. Warzone is gives you a feeling you're going to be in this gritty cyber war story, and you're not at all. You're in an essentially like a extended foot race for 2 episodes. Fine. So the first 2-parter is written by Chris Chapman. I think, is he the guy who they got to play Ben? From Ben and Polly. And the second 2-parter is written by Guy Adams. Guy Adams, who is almost always fantastic. I'm not really enjoying that strip he's doing in 2000 AD though. And he did this. He had this like swipe at Zionism, which was just pure racism, just pure racism. Was racism out of ignorance. I don't think he wants to be racist, but that was in a Torture release, and that's why I dropped them instantly. I was really disgusted. It's not. I'm not normally like into this fan outrage thing, which I don't think fan outrage is. It exists, but it's. I think using the word fan outrage, the expression fan outrage, is to diminish fans, because progressives generally hate fans, and the reason they hate fans is because they tend to be white and male, so they just hate them. This is a bit of an aside, but that Sonic Hedgehog movie, which I have no interest in at all. They released a trailer for it like 6 months ago, and everybody loves Sonic the Hedgehog. Went crazy, went insane. This is the worst thing ever. So the studio did something really weird. They actually listened to the fans, and they went away and they reanimated it, redesigned it, and now they just released a trailer, and the fans are going crazy. And it's just a win-win for everyone. The studio's going to make a lot more money. The director's going to get his career isn't going to be damaged by doing this terrible movie that the fans hate. and the animators get more work. It's just the fans get what they want. Listening to fans isn't terrible, but of course, I was seeing this on Twitter. This progressive woman said, "Oh, it's terrible to listen to fans and to, like, do what they want." However, this does look much better than the Sonic trailers. So when you hear like the expression "fan outrage," that's normally like from some progressive person who probably has purple hair, lives on Twitter, just trying to diminish the fans of a thing because they just hate them. They just hate them. I think they look at them like they're morons, and everything they do is wrong and evil. Again, I think it's purely because they're white and male mainly, and they're just racist. It's funny. The people who think they're the most anti-racist are racist, but that is completely beside the point. Warzone and conversion. So Warzone is not a Warzone at all. So the problem you have with Cybermen, and they deal with it quite a lot, is how to use them in new and interesting ways. So this first story, Warzone, is much more about a stealth infiltration by Cybermen into a society and trying to get them into upgrading their body improvement. It's very similar to that. What was it, the David Tennant Cybermen story, which basically did the origin of the Cybermen in a parallel universe. But it was like, people wanting to upgrade. So people are like want to get to the height of physical fitness, and that's what this whole race is about. To get to their personal best, and to get to personal best, they need to augment themselves with cyber technology. It's kind of interesting. Chris Chapman is a newer writer for Big Finish. I haven't seen much of his work. Well, you know what? Why don't you just look him up right now? Although I'm on their website, but they're probably going to just come up with a bunch of his acting credits, because he's mainly an actor. Well, the same is true with John Dorney. So anyway, this series of now we're looking through here. Okay, so he's writing some Fourth Doctor adventures. Wow, it goes all the way back to Companion Chronicles. Did he write that? Companion Chronicles, the memory bank. Wow, he's written a lot more than I thought he did. Okay, so he's got quite a few things out there that he's done. Yeah. Oh, Chris Chapman was one of the writers of one of the four episodic stories releases. Anyway, fine, but again, I just don't think he was able to nail it in the way that John Dorney normally is. So this little mini series of 3 started with Tantris, I think it's called, in which it was a crossover between Big Finish's Peter Davison range and the Cicero Big Finish original. Now, I actually kind of like that Big Finish original. It's I think it worked well. I think the crossover with Peter Davison seems a little bit shoehorned, but at the end of it, he ended up with a new companion, a Roman slave. I really don't remember much about the second release, the Incitation Feast of Fear, or whatever it's called. But this one finishes off his arc, but at least gets it to an interesting place. So the second story, Conversion, is about that. One of our heroes has been infected with cyber technology and is being converted into a Cyberman. And so they break into 2 groups. They send Nissa to this this hospital, space station, planet, whatever, with this alien there who can hopefully help. And the Doctor and Nissa, I've given away who isn't affected. Doctor and Nissa, I think it was Nissa. No, it's not Nissa. I'm wrong. The Doctor and another companion, I'm not going to tell you which, and go to a cyber converted planet that's once the planet is. Have you ever wondered what Cybermen do after they convert a planet? They just kind of leave it there until they need it, and then they activate them. So he goes to a cyber converted planet where there's like millions and millions of Cybermen to see if he can find a way of reversing it. And really interestingly, Peter Davison is dealing with, I would say, post-traumatic stress disorder over the death of Adric. And this story ends on a cliffhanger, ends on an interesting cliffhanger, which there's no new stories scheduled for Peter Davison, so I don't know where normally you can go in, you look on the website, you'll see which companions are with them, so you know where they are in the arc. So this is an interesting cliffhanger that they're leaving it on, and I mean, look, I hope they eventually pick it up at some point somewhere. But yeah, so do I recommend this release? So that's a hard question for me, and I realize this is something I really got to start saying. If you're going to buy, do I recommend you buy it? I'm going to say yes. It's a mild yes, not a strong yes. Especially if you like Cybermen. It's a pretty good and original Cybermen tale, even though they only appear in half of it. But the idea of like, do I buy it? Don't I can't imagine not buying a Big Finish monthly release or a Big Finish release in general. So yeah, so for me, they got me pretty much every one, unless they start getting to be really awful, which thankfully they haven't been. And then at the end of it, you get a trailer for next month's release, which I'm really excited about. It's a Christmas story with Colin Baker. It's 4 individual episodic Christmas stories. And look, this is weird because I'm a rabbi. I'm a rabbi. I live in Israel, in Samaria, and I love Christmas. I just love Christmas. Christmas, I think, is freaking awesome. I'm talking about English Christmas. American Christmas, if you don't like sport, if you don't like American football, it kind of sucks. But English Christmas is freaking awesome. You got you have all these incredible foods that you only get that time of year, which if you're not English, you want to vomit. It's all Marmite. If you're not English, you vomit at the look at the side of it. Like mince pies, it's not made with meat, although they used to be in like 100 years ago. It's like this dried fruit pie, and you have the Christmas pudding, which is a dried fruit cake that you're supposed to make like 2 months earlier and just sit in the cupboard, not in the fridge, in the cupboard. And then a month before Christmas, you get a thimbleful of sherry and pour it on top of it every day. And then when you serve it, you light it on fire, and it's like, and you have turkey and stuff. And there's great stuff on TV. Well, we used to have the Doctor Who Christmas special. Not anymore, I'm afraid. It's too heteronormative, I think, for Chris Chibnall. But anyway, so I love Christmas. So I'm really looking forward to that release. And what I really want to do is a couple of box sets of Christmas stories, as if they did Christmas specials in that era. Like do a Tom Baker Christmas special, make it 1 disc long, and like as if it was done in that era. Get what's his name? Rob Sherman. Do Rob Sherman to write it, be lovely. But I'd love to see a Tom Baker one. I'd like to see a Tim Treloar do a Third Doctor one, Christmas on Unit. That'd be lovely, And so they're doing a Christmas story with Colin Baker. Really looking forward to it. Let me know what you think. My name is Phil Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe. There's so many releases from Big Finish this month. So I've got another 4 stories to review. I've got 2 of the early adventures and 2 of the missing adventures. So, and again, once again, please don't forget, hashtag, share, like, do all the crap so I can send you this. My name is Phil Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and thank you for listening.